Hybrids have enjoyed a unique rise in popularity in recent years. Today, almost every manufacturer has hybrid cars in its range. At the same time, hybrids are still perceived as something exotic, especially on the secondary market. The main concern is the potential for getting caught in replacing a high-voltage battery. Japanese manufacturers pioneered the fashion for compact crossovers. They also own the palm in the field of hybrid cars. It all started with the Toyota Prius, and today there are already several dozen Japanese hybrids on the market. Toyota still remains in the lead. Each of its models, including the premium Lexus, has a hybrid power drive, with the exception of the sports Lexus RCF. Among the entire range of the secondary market for hybrid cars, Toyota's share is about 60%, and Honda, the second largest, is 15%. Thus, the Japanese captured 3/4 of the hybrid market. It is easy to guess that European manufacturers are far behind. Online forums are an extremely useful source of information about car reliability. The only significant drawback of such communities is panic when encountering minor and rare defects. On the internet it is easy to find numerous descriptions of malfunctions that have happened to a Prius or Lexus. For example, failures of an inverter, a device that converts direct current into alternating current. The average reader is horrified by this kind of message. But there is no need to panic, since there are thousands of times more hybrid cars than dramatic cases, the number of which can be counted on one hand. It's just that each such situation is so unusual that it causes a great resonance and creates the erroneous impression that problems are a common occurrence for hybrid owners. However, the mechanics and owners of hybrid cars we interviewed, although they heard about unpleasant surprises, did not actually encounter them. And one of the largest official Toyota service centers has changed the high-voltage battery only twice over the years, and even then on completely new cars due to too long a stay at customs, where the battery was not recharged, which is necessary for the hybrid, like air for all living things. I have good news for you. Now, if you are planning to buy a used car, or learn more about your car, you no longer need to search for the information you need on the internet. We have collected everything in one place for you, on the website carme.pro. Here you can find out everything about the car, what breaks and at what mileage, any problems with engines, chassis or gearboxes, which trim levels are better not to mess with, and how not to lose money buying a used car. You will learn all this on carme.pro. If the car is used too rarely, similar situations arise among owners of the Honda Civic IMA. If the battery capacity drops below 30%, the computer displays a message indicating that charging is impossible and the battery needs to be replaced. But these are isolated cases. Is a hybrid really economical? A hybrid is a car that is sensitive to ambient temperature. Until it warms up completely, the internal combustion engine will run all the time, and fuel consumption will increase noticeably. So, in winter, when traveling short distances, the onboard computer sometimes shows 11 to 12 L/100 km. Driving a hybrid requires specific skills. You should pick up speed quickly, and then maintain cruising mode with very gentle pressure on the gas pedal. In this case, the Toyota Prius will consume about 5 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, and the Yaris hybrid will consume even less than 4.5 L/100 km. Many people wonder about the safety of hybrid cars. Most accidents involving such cars occur in the United States. Emergency services there reassure that the likelihood of injury from high voltage is minimal. The main thing is not to touch the wires and components marked in orange. A hybrid, in a general sense, is a combination of various technical solutions. In the case of cars, we are talking about equipping them with both a gasoline, diesel, engine and an electric one at the same time. This scheme was invented and popularized by the Toyota concern. The gasoline engine located in front is connected to a planetary gearbox, which simultaneously houses 2 electric motors, large and small. When driving slowly, only electricity stored in high-voltage batteries located in the trunk or under the rear seat is used. When accelerating, the internal combustion engine turns on, and the electric one assists it. Movement at high speeds is carried out solely by the internal combustion engine, which simultaneously plays the role of a charger for high-voltage batteries. The entire process is controlled by a computer. The driver can forcefully use the traction of only the electric motor, EV mode, for short distances. Toyota Prius 3, Auris HSD, Yaris HSD, Camry HSD, US market, all Lexus models with an H in the name, Ford C-Max Energy, US market, Kia Optima Hybrid. This type is found among Honda, BMW and Mercedes hybrids. The small electric motor is used only to support the internal combustion engine. The car does not have the ability to move exclusively on current. The design is quite simple and lightweight, but does not provide as much fuel economy as the classic design used by Toyota. Such cars allow you to travel for a long time using only the energy stored in rechargeable batteries, recharged from the electrical network. When the current runs out, the internal combustion engine starts working. What is important is that the latter is most often not connected to the wheels, but acts as an electricity generator. Most hybrid vehicles use high-voltage NMH, nickel metal hydride, batteries located in the trunk. Some models, such as the Mercedes S400 Hybrid, have modern lithium-ion batteries, which, exclusively in the case of Mercedes, are located in the engine compartment. According to the manufacturers, high-voltage batteries are designed to last the entire service life of the vehicle. However, Toyota's warranty is only 8 years or 160,000 kilometers. At the same time, in the USA there are quite a lot of Priuses that have traveled more than 300,000 kilometers on their original battery without service intervention. The cost of a new set of batteries for Toyota Prius and Auris HSD is about $2,000. The Honda battery is more expensive. The battery for the Insight will cost almost $2,500. The warranty is 8 years for models manufactured before 2010, and 5 years for new ones. It should be noted that Honda hybrids tolerate infrequent use worse than Toyota hybrids. Lexus RX 400h users will pay much more for a possible replacement. The battery costs over $3,500. Warranty 5 years or 100,000 kilometers. The BMW 7 Series active hybrid battery requires a truly absurd amount of money, about $9,000. If you're lucky, you can find a cheaper battery at a car wrecker or second-hand. Malfunctions of the hybrid powertrain are rare. The design is very reliable, but minor failures can immobilize the car for a long time. Unfortunately, few mechanics are able to diagnose and repair problems. Lack of professionalism can also be found in official services. Thus, one of the clients was offered to replace the battery, while in a third-party workshop the ailment was banished by simply cleaning the dirty contacts. The most important conclusion is that there is no need to be afraid of hybrids. The likelihood of replacing a battery is much lower than the likelihood of costly repairs to a diesel unit. In addition, hybrid cars are incredibly resistant to operation in difficult urban conditions.